Good day, America. Big L Next Level Sports have got game doing the update thing. Oh, today is Friday, October the 3rd, the year 2025. And Big L Next Level Sports have got game all coming up. The WNBA all doing that championship thing. And Major League Baseball have got game all to the scoreboard. We'll go for that wild card show and the weekend matchups and so much more. And week 5 of the NFL season kicked off last night, but hold up. Wait a minute. Oh, I got to put some college football in it. Week 6 of the college football season kicked off last night. New Mexico State beat down South Houston 37-10. Wow, what a beatdown that was. And tonight, there are 5 games on the schedule. Off at 7 p.m., the 3-1 Delaware Blue Hens will play host to the 4-1 Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. Delaware is favored by 2.5. The over-under, it's 61.5. Also kicking off at 7 p.m. tonight, the 3-1 South Florida Bulls will play host to the 1-3 Charlotte 49ers. I gotta tell you, South Florida is favored by 27.5. The over-under 54.5. I suspect a beat down affair. There are 3 more games kicking off tonight during the 10 o'clock hour. At 10 o'clock, the 1-3 San Jose State Spartans will play host to the 3-1 New Mexico Lobos. San Jose is favored by 2.5. The over-under 57.5. And at 10:30, the number 23 ranked BYU Cougars. They're 4-0, baby. They'll play host to the West Virginia Mountaineers. West Virginia is 2-3 on the season. BYU is favored by 19.5. The over-under 45.5. Also kicking off at 10:30, the 3-1 San Diego State Aztecs will play host to the 1-3 Colorado State Rams. San Diego State is favored by 6.5. The over-under 41.5. To the matchups we go in that top 25 show. The 4-1 Virginia Cavaliers, ranked number 24 in the country. To Louisville they go to take on the 4-0 Louisville Cardinal. Louisville is favored by 6.5. The over-under 61.5. Check this. The number 22 ranked 4-1 Illinois Fighting Illini will be on the road at Purdue, taking on the 2-2 Boilermakers. Illinois is favored by 9.5. The over-under 55.5. The Boise State Broncos at 3-1 on the season will be on the road to Notre Dame. They go to take on the number 21 ranked Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Notre Dame is 2-2 on the season and is favored by 20.5. The over-under 63.5. I suspect a beat down affair. Now check this. The number 20 ranked Michigan Wolverines at 3-1 on the season will play host to the 2-2 Wisconsin Badgers. The Wolverines are favored by 17.5. The over-under 43.5. At number 19, the Missouri Tigers are on the bye week. But check this. The 3-1 number 18 ranked Florida State Seminoles will play host to the number 3 ranked 4-0 Miami Hurricanes. The Canes are favored by 4.5. The over-under 54.5. And I can't wait to see it. Now check this. The number 17 ranked Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets are on the bye week. At number 16, the Vanderbilt Commodores have got game. They're undefeated at 5-0. To Tuscaloosa they go to take on the 3-1 number 10 ranked Alabama Crimson Tide. Alabama is favored by 10.5. The over-under 55.5. The number 15 ranked Tennessee Volunteers are on the bye week. That takes us to number 14 ranked 5-0 Iowa State Cyclones. To Cincinnati they go to take on the 3-1 Cincinnati Bearcats. Cincinnati is favored by 2.5. The over-under 55.5. I like Iowa State to win this game. The number 13 ranked LSU Tigers are on the bye week. The Georgia Bulldogs are ranked number 12 in the country. They're 3-1 and they'll play host to the 2-2 Kentucky Wildcats. It was a close game last year, but that was last year. The Georgia Bulldogs are favored by 19.5. The over-under 48.5. Check this. The 4-0 11 ranked Texas Tech Red Raiders will be on the road to Houston. They go to take on the 4-0 Houston Cougars. Wow, what a matchup. Texas Tech is favored by 11.5. The over-under 51.5. Wow, to the top 10 we go in this weekend show. As I stated earlier, the number 10 ranked Alabama Crimson Tide will play host to the number 16 ranked Vanderbilt Commodores. Alabama is favored by 10.5. The over-under 55.5. Number 9 ranked Texas Longhorns are 3-1 on the season. To Gainesville, Florida, they go to take on the 1-3 losing Florida Gators. The Longhorns are favored by 5.5. The over-under 42.5. The number 8 ranked Indiana Hoosiers are on the bye week, and that takes us to number 7. The 3-1 Penn State Nittany Lions. To Cali they go to take on the 0-4 UCLA Bruins. Penn State is favored by 24.5. The over-under 48.5. To College Station, Texas we go. Home of the number 6 ranked 4-0 Texas A&M Aggies, playing house to the 4-1 Mississippi State Bulldogs, while the Aggies are favored by 15.5. The over-under 57.5. Want to see a beat-down affair? Go to Norman, Oklahoma, home of the number 5 ranked Oklahoma Sooners. They are undefeated at 4-0, playing house to the 1-3 Kent State Golden Flashes. The Sooners are favored by 45.5. The over-under 53.5. The number 4 ranked Ole Miss Running Rebels are on the bye week. Let's check out the number 3 ranked Miami Hurricanes. As mentioned earlier, the Canes will be on the road at Florida State, taking on the number 18 ranked Seminoles. The Canes are undefeated at 4-0, and the Seminoles are 3-1 on the season. Wow, what a matchup it's going to be. Check this. The number 2 ranked Oregon Ducks are on the bye week. That takes us to Columbus, Ohio, the home of the nation's number 1 ranked team, the Ohio State Buckeyes, undefeated at 4-0, will play host to the 3-1 Minnesota Golden Gophers. The Buckeyes are favored by 23.5. The over-under 41.5. While college football have got game featuring Big L doing that preview thing. Let's go next level, baby. To the NFL we go, and what a show. Week 5 of the NFL season kicked off last night, and what a game it was. The 3-1 LA Rams played host to the 3-1 San Francisco 49ers, and what a host they were. While the Niners won the first quarter, they won the second quarter and led it 17-7 at the half, and then it happened. The 49ers lost the third quarter, they lost the fourth quarter, and the game went to overtime. The 49ers won that, and they won the game 26-23 over the Rams. To the matchups we go for this weekend's NFL show, kicking off on Sunday morning at 9:30 from London, England. The 2-2 Minnesota Vikings taking on the 1-3 Cleveland Football Browns. The Vikings are favored by 3.5. The over-under is 35.5. To the matchups we go for that 1 o'clock show. The 1-3 Raiders will be in Indy taking on the 3-1 Colts. The Colts are favored by 6.5. The over-under 47.5. In New Orleans, the 0-4 Saints will play host to the 1-3 Giants. The Saints are favored by 2.5. The over-under 41.5. At MetLife Stadium, the 0-4 Jets will play host to the 1-2 Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys are favored by 2.5. The over-under is 48.5. Fans, let me say this. I don't understand the NFL in respect to playing a game until there's a tie. They should play until there's a winner. There's no excuse for that. Why play and have a tie? That's just like they've never played anyway. In Philly, the 4-0 undefeated Eagles will play host to the 2-2 Denver Broncos. The Eagles are favored by 3.5. The over-under is 44.5. The 1-3 Miami Dolphins on the road to Charlotte, North Carolina. They go to take on the 1-3 Carolina Panthers. The Dolphins are favored by 1.5. The over-under 44.5. And who would have thought the Baltimore Ravens would be 1-3 playing host to the 1-3 Houston Texans? The Texans are favored by 2.5. The over-under 41.5. I doubt Lamar Jackson plays in the game. That's why the spread is in favor of the Texans. No doubt about it. To 4 o'clock we go for that evening show in Arizona. The 2-2 Cardinals will play host to the 0-4 Tennessee Titans. The Cardinals are favored by 7.5. The over-under 42.5. Now check this. The 3-1 Seahawks will play host to the 3-1 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Seahawks are favored by 4.5. The over-under 44.5. I'm taking Baker Mayfield in the 4.5. In Cincinnati, the 2-2 Bengals will play host to the 3-1 Lions. Oh, the Lions are favored by 10.5. The over-under 49.5. I suspect a beat-down affair. Now check this. In Inglewood, Cali, the 3-1 LA Chargers will play host to the 2-2 Washington Commanders. The Chargers are favored by 3.5. The over-under 46.5. To Orchard Park, New York, we go for that Sunday night show. The 4-0 Buffalo Bills will play host to the 2-2 New England Patriots. The Bills are favored by 8.5. The over-under 48.5. And on Monday night in Jacksonville, the 3-1 Jaguars will play host to the 2-2 Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs are favored by 3.5. The over-under 45.5. Big L Next Level Sports have got game doing that NFL thing. Oh, let's go next level, baby. To the playoff we go for that Major League Baseball show. Yesterday, there were 3 Major League Baseball playoff games with the winner advancing in the playoffs and the loser receiving the vacation package. Check this. The Cleveland Guardians, the San Diego Padres, and the Boston Red Sox were all losers. Oh, my! And they received the vacation package, which included tickets to my crib where they can enjoy the rest of the Major League Baseball playoffs. Oh, what a vacation package that is. Oh, to the scoreboard we go in that Major League Baseball wild card show in Chicago. The Cubs played host to the Padres and beat them 3-1. Oh, the Padres received the vacation package, and the Cubs advanced in the playoffs and will take on the Brewers tomorrow afternoon in Milwaukee. To the Bronx we go for a beat-down show. Game 3 of the series. All the New York Yankees played host to the Boston Red Sox and beat them like they stole something. All the New York Yankees all over the Boston Red Sox 4-0, and I do mean nothing. Winning the series 2-1 and advancing in the playoffs. Check this. The Boston Red Sox received the vacation package, and the Yankees advanced in the playoff, where tomorrow afternoon the Yankees will be in Toronto taking on the Blue Jays. Now check this. The Dodgers won their series against the Reds. They beat them 2-0. The Reds received the vacation package, and the Dodgers advanced in the playoffs, where they'll take on the Phillies tomorrow night in Phillies. Oh, it happened in Cleveland. The Cleveland Guardians played host to the Detroit Tigers and got beat. The Tigers beat the Guardians 6-3. The Guardians received the vacation package, and the Tigers will advance to the playoffs to take on the Mariners tomorrow night in Seattle. While Major League Baseball have got game doing that playoff thing. Oh, let's go next level, baby. To the WNBA we go for that championship show. Tipping off tonight in Vegas. It's game 1 of the WNBA Championship Series. Oh, my! The Las Vegas Aces will play host to the Phoenix Mercury in game 1 of the WNBA 7-game Championship Series. Wow, what a matchup and what a series it's going to be. Get this. Tonight, in game 1 of the series, the Las Vegas Aces are favored by 3.5. The over-under is 160.5. While the WNBA have got game doing that championship playoff thing. Oh, my, I can't wait to see it. While Big L Next Level Sports have got game doing that preview thing. Email your questions or comments to nextlevelsports57@gmail.com. Have a great, safe weekend. Big L Next Level Sports have got